Hello class, in this video I will be explaining your assignment State Practice Act. So this is a group assignment. You can be in the group of 4 and you will be outlining the requirements and scope of practice of your assigned state. Professor will be assigning you one state and you'll be working in groups. You'll be developing a chart that can be shared with your peers. And make sure to include contents on CEU requirements, your PAMs, direct access, driver rehab, joint mobilization, swallowing, wound care, low vision, rehab. And actually, I made a chart for you and included all of these important topics or practices that you have to focus on. So let me show you the chart. Okay, so this is the State Practice Act chart. So your state name goes here. Now we will start with temporary license. So you have to check if your state allows you to work on a temporary license. And if yes, how long? Is it a 6-month duration or a year, year and a half? You have to check the status. How long is it? How long can you practice on a temporary license? And if it's allowed, what is the supervision requirement for temporary license? Do you need close supervision from the experienced therapist, or what kind of supervision do you need? The next section on the table is direct access. Now, the direct access is that means the patient can directly come to you. They don't need any referral. So now you have to check in the assigned state if your state allow for direct access. Now, some of the states may allow, and some of the states they're still working on it. If yes, how many visits are allowed? Okay. Methods or approaches. Now, which methods OT can practice? I did give some of the example, like such as restoration or remediation approaches, maybe education, training. You have to provide some of the approaches that OT can use in your state, and include all the approaches. Or so within your state, you have to mention all these again, all the approaches that are used. Now the intervention and procedures. Now this is the important section. Now as a new grad, you should have understanding that if you're able to practice PAMS or wound care or orthotic fabrication, or you need advanced training. So as a practitioner, you should be aware of the current laws because we work under the state regulations. And if you provide PAMS or wound care and your state requires more training or certification, then you might get in trouble. So you always have to be compliant with laws and regulation which your state provided. So is advanced training required for PAMS? Yes or no? If so, um, training required, how many hours are required? Do you have to work under supervision, or do you have to get specific training? How many hours of training? Now again, wound care, is it allowed in your state? If yes, yes, okay. And again, how many hours? Do you need specific training for that? Or as a new grad, you can provide wound care. Same with swallowing, orthotic fabrication. Do you need certification in that or more advanced training? Or as a new grad, you can go to SNF setting or outpatient and you can do orthotic fabrication. You have to check your state law. Again, every state law is different. So you have to be very specific. Check the different websites. Driving training, agronomic assessment, low vision services. Now, low vision services, usually if I check the CMS website, the Medicare, uh, if OT practitioner should be certified. Now that's the CMS guideline, okay? So again, the state will also say that you need certification in order to provide low vision services. So you have to check your state regulation. Joint mobilization, yes or no? Is it you need advanced training? No or yes? So you have to explain. Telehealth, very important topic. Telehealth, and it's a hot topic right now. So some of the states they allow telehealth, and some of the states they don't. So you have to see if you're allowed. And actually, uh, due to COVID, some of the changes are made. So some of the states, I will show you the email that I received that will explain further. And in your state, is OT listed as qualified mental health professional? Now, some of the states did mention OT as a qualified mental health professional. You have to find out and respond to yes or no. And if yes, I'm definitely when I saw the document, it required the person, if you're a qualified mental health professional, you need specific training, few years or few uh, weeks or few months, sorry. So order of services. How are you getting the order? That mean, are you getting a written order for the patient is getting written order or the uh, oral order? So if it's the oral order verbally, you are told by NP or physician assistant that this client need the services. Now some of the states they have strict regulation. If it's the oral or verbal order, you have to get this signature of the physician within 5 days. So you have to find out what are the state laws regarding the getting the orders of services. Then the continuing competence requirement. How many continuing educational hours are required by your state for OT? And what is the renewal period? Is it every year or 2 years? And are there any special requirements? Now, state OT qualification and licensure requirements. So what is the title of licensure regulation? So once you go search the state and the licensure regulation or requirements, you'll find the title of the body that is responsible and the OT qualification to apply for the license. Now I will actually show you some of the examples. So this is the email I received from Bureau of Professional and Occupational Affairs, which I practice in Pennsylvania. So licensed healthcare practitioner can provide telemedicine services. So they also included occupational therapy, education, and licensure. So these are the new guidance. So a lot of new changes just due to COVID. So if it's because of the COVID, just right there, due to COVID, it's allowed. And how about the regular basis? Is it the legislation is passed that person can provide telehealth, OT can provide telehealth, or is it just the COVID situation? So different websites I'll look into. You're looking into a state website. You're looking into AOTA website for practice, scope of practice. You're looking at, again, I have the Pennsylvania Occupational Therapy Association. They have all the links. They provide me different links here. So you have to find the resources, telemedicine, and then OT role for COVID-19. A lot of different breaks down all the new updates. So I'm able to reach and actually explore further. And then your model of practice and state OT statutes and regulations. So this is the AOTA website. Actually, great website, provides you with the CEUs if you want to get information on the CEUs. So I can show you. All right here. So if Alaska OT needs 3.0 CEUs or 30 contact hours, okay, no special requirement here. So you have to look for the CEUs, and then you have to find the renewal period also, okay? So when I was asking about special requirements, you have to see if there are any special requirement. And now this is a 63 PA Stat 1514 statute that explain that OT may enter a case for the purpose of providing indirect services. Okay, so you have to find out if about the direct access. See, this is one of the news I found on AOTA that governor signs legislation to revise OT practice, and then it also says the direct access to occupational therapy for in certain cases and settings. So you have to find if your state allows direct access. Okay, I know PT is very active right now, physical therapy, and some of the states, more states are providing direct access to physical therapy. So we should be aware. If we have if we are aware, we can definitely advocate also for direct access services. So this is your website. I'm sorry, this is your assignment description, and the chart will be attached. So you can edit the chart. You can erase what I wrote here, and then these are the questions that are guiding you to expand each heading. Okay. Thank you.